Hello, YouTube viewers. This is the Wholesale Diva, and we're here in Clarksdale, Mississippi, interviewing Paul with WROX radio station. How are you doing today, Paul?
Doing well.
That's great. I know it's a Sunday and we kind of barged in on you, but we're hanging out for a little bit and going to ask you some questions. So tell us a little bit about the Clarksdale market.
Clarksdale's a community of about 20,000 people. The county's about 50,000. Our coverage area is the Coahoma County and the surrounding counties. We probably cover a little over 100,000 population in our coverage area. By and large, it's a rather poor community, an agricultural-based community, and racially it's about 75% black, 25% white. Agriculture really is the basis of the economy here. That and blues tourism. Clarksdale's the hometown of John Lee Hooker, of Sam Cooke, of Ike Turner, of Muddy Waters, and so there's quite a few people that make a pilgrimage here every year to see the birthplace of the blues. The crossroads where Robert Johnson allegedly sold his soul to the devil, it's about 2 blocks down the street.
Oh, that is great. I saw that movie. I was very impressed by that. So, Paul, tell us, we're talking about possibly doing a joint venture with your radio station here and bringing a nice business and religious expo to the Clarksdale area. Is that something that your radio station is definitely interested in partnering with us on?
Yes, we'd be interested in talking about that.
Okay. We look forward to doing that in 2014. And tell us a little bit more about some of the blues events that go on around the area and the times of year that they are popular, and any of them you want to talk about to our audience.
Well, there are several festivals. If you come to Clarksdale to visit, there are several festivals here that are worth coming for. The first one would be the second weekend of April, the Juke Joint Festival. It's really about 100 different acts playing around town over the course of the week, most of them free. The evening events on Saturday, you'll need to buy a wristband for to get into the venues, but you see some great performances on street corners at various venues around town. In the course of that week, it's next year will be in this 11th year.
Oh, that's great. And so you buy one wristband and then you can get in to see all of the entertainment?
On Saturday night.
Okay.
At various venues around town. There's usually about 20 different venues or so. But as I say, a lot of the stuff during the week is just people playing it on street corners or on stages set up downtown. The downtown pretty much gets shut down that Saturday and it becomes a pedestrian area. Over the course of the festival, you'll probably see 75 or 100 different acts.
I know the last time that I was in Memphis, Tennessee, and I went downtown, I guess it's on Beale Street, was it Beale Street? I saw so many street performers, and some of them had phenomenal, I mean, their entertaining skills were just off the chart. Are a lot of these people moving into the music industry, or some of them are still just street performers?
A lot of them start there and then move into the clubs on Beale Street and then get recording contracts and move on. But a lot of the folks that you see in Memphis, especially the old-time blues guys, like Robert Wolfman Belfort plays down here all the time. He actually lives in Memphis. Ghost Town Blues Band, the Eric Hughes Band, both based in Memphis, both IBC competitors. They play here on a regular basis. So you do see quite a bit of talent come through this town. And we have a lot of our own homegrown talent, too.
Really? Okay. So that might be a component we might want to add to the expo, some of the homegrown talent as far as entertainment. And you would have contact with those individuals?
Sure.
Okay. That sounds great. So tell us a little bit about how you got into broadcasting.
I started when I was a sophomore in high school. A friend of mine wanted to work at the local radio station, the local top 40 station, but was afraid to go apply for a job himself, so he drugged me along.
Okay.
We got the explanation from the program director that at that time you had to have an FCC license, had to pass a test, and there were some requirements. So happened my parents were going to San Francisco on vacation that summer. There's an FCC office in San Francisco. I studied the manual all the way across the Nevada desert, went to this office on Battery Street, came home with my license, went out to the station and applied and got hired to do weekends. Labor Day of 1973 was my first shift. I was a sophomore in high school. And I've been working in radio ever since, worked my way up from disc jockey to program director to manager, and now finally station owner.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks.
And we are so glad to be here in your company. I was out kind of just cruising around today after meeting with the former mayor, Mr. Brown of Lula, Mississippi, and he actually referred me to your radio station. So I got up this morning and drove right over on Sunday morning and knocked on your door. And I'm just so glad that we had this opportunity to talk and chat a little bit. And is there anything else that you'd like to tell our viewers?
You can stream WROX at WROXradio.com, hear what we do. We're basically a classic soul, rhythm, and blues radio station that plays Aretha Franklin, Michael Jackson, the Commodores, the Spinners, Kool and the Gang, Prince, but we also play a fair amount of blues. We have a blues block on Saturday night, gospel music on Sunday morning, and we play blues throughout the week about once an hour. So check us out.
Definitely. And thank you so much for our interview.
You're very
This
welcome.
is WROX in Clarksdale, Mississippi, and this is the Wholesale Diva signing out. Deuces.